Hey everyone, I'm Merino. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with a shop update preview. My shop update will be this Friday, July 31st at 8 p.m. Eastern Time at pineappleyarn.com. I have a little bit of something for everyone. So let's get started. The first thing that I want to share with you is that I'm going to have 2 candle restocks as well as 1 super special new candle that's going into the shop. So let me just go ahead and show you those restocks. The first one that I have is Royal Palm. It is a gorgeous coconutty, like a mild coconutty, very summery scent. I love the scent because it's not overly coconut. And I know a lot of people don't like coconut, and this is just so summery and so tropical, so fresh. I love this scent. So this is Royal Palm. The next candle I'm restocking is Regatta. This is such a bestseller in the shop. Everyone loves this. And I just had someone smell this scent the other day and they could not get enough. They said, can I have another smell of that? They asked 3 different times. And it is such a great scent, so summery. It has a lot of like salty tones, salty notes, like oceany notes, very light floral. It's a really nice light scent and really wonderful for spring and summer. It's really, really nice. So this is Regatta. And the new scent that I'm going to introduce to the shop, it's kind of new and kind of not. This is Sun and Salt, and this was the featured scent for the 2019 Advent calendar. If you might recall from last year, I included a little sample candle in all of the calendars, and this year I'm actually with the Vitamin C Advent calendar. It is an add-on, a full-size candle is an add-on. And so this is now available in the shop, sold on its own. And I wasn't really sure if I was going to be selling these, but this scent turned out so beautifully. It is a custom scent. It has a lot of light floral tones, some citrusy notes, so many. It's a very complex scent. So there's, you know, everything from like rose, jasmine, orange blossoms to grapefruit, sweet olive, and then it has a really nice base of light musk and amber. And so it's just a really complex scent, but again, it's very light. It's a wonderful summery, oceany scent. It reminds me of just a light sea breeze, and it's beautiful. Really love the scent. So I'm so excited to be putting this in the shop. This is Sun and Salt. The next thing I'm going to talk to you about is a couple different fibers. So I'm going to be stocking I Heart Beach Glass. This is on my custom blend, which is a Merino, baby alpaca, and Holo glitter. And I cannot tell you how much I love this colorway. This would be so fun to spin up. And this fiber is just a dream to spin. It's an absolutely beautiful fiber. I love the way it turned out. But yeah, so I dyed it up on I Heart Beach Glass, and I will also have I Heart Beach Glass on Corriedale. And so it just turned out so beautifully on these fibers with the cool mints and tan and some of these kind of chartreuse. We've got the deep purples and the vivid pinks. This is a really beautiful colorway. I think it would be so much fun to spin. I would love this as a barber pole, let's be honest, because that's my favorite. So this is I Heart Beach Glass on my custom blend, and then also on Corriedale. The other colorway of fiber I will have in the shop is an End of the Day colorway, and this is End of the Day number 50. And I love how it turned out. Obviously you see some of the same tones that I had in I Heart Beach Glass, some of the deep purples and pinks, but I also had some of this gorgeous kind of lavender blue. And for those of you who might not be familiar with my End of the Day colorways, those are colorways that I create with leftover dye, and so they're one of a kind. They can't be recreated because I'm just not sure about the strength of the dye or the amount, and so they're really special. They usually turn out just unbelievably gorgeous, and I didn't have a lot of dye left over this week, so I wanted to put some on fiber, and I really liked how this turned out. So this is End of the Day number 50 on Corriedale. And a heads up for all of you fiber lovers, I do the braids of fiber mostly for photos and to show on the shop update preview. When I package the fiber, I package it loosely in a reclosable bag, just because it's a personal preference of mine to have loose fiber. I feel like it gets less compressed that way and then requires less prep before spinning. So just know that your fiber will be sent loosely. All right, on to yarn. I will have a restock in several different colors in my Lani Sock base. That is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and it is a fingering weight. So I will have a restock of Ocean Tsunami in my Lani Sock, and the reason that I am only restocking that base is because there are other bases still available in the shop. So I wanted to make sure if you wanted to get your fingering weight yarn, you could get it. So Octopus Tsunami is just a really gorgeous blend of vivid neon pinks and then also some deeper tones of pink. Lots of different colored speckles. So this is kind of like a tonal, but not a tonal. Because of all of the speckles and different colors, it really does come off as a tonal. So it's really great in like a sweater or a garment, but it still has the playfulness, the punchy character of a speckled yarn. So this is Octopus Tsunami. So I want to go ahead and show a couple of tonals that will pair really well with Octopus Tsunami, just so you can get an idea of, you know, if you own some of the yarn, you'll know kind of where it falls on the color spectrum. But this is one that I love. It coordinates very well. This is Pink Hibiscus with Octopus Tsunami. It is very similar, but obviously Pink Hibiscus is a tonal. So these complement each other really, really well. I also think Princess is so pretty with it. So if you wanted to do a 3-color fade with just one speckle, this would be really, really pretty together. I also think that heliotrope would look really pretty with it. It's kind of a pinky purple, and it's a very pretty color. So those look good. And you know what I really like with Octopus Tsunami? I think it would be really neat layered over it, is Glowworm. So this is Glowworm on my Noe Kid Silk Lace. It's a mohair silk blend. And if you pair a speckled with a tonal of the Kid Silk, whether it is this one's speckled and this one's tonal, or if this one's speckled and this one's tonal, it doesn't matter. It ends up being just a really awesome result. And so I thought these two played off each other really well. The next colorway I am restocking on my Lani Sock base is I Heart Beach Glass. One of my personal favorites. I feel like everything is one of my personal favorite though. This is just like the fiber. You start with the cool mints and it goes down into the kind of warm caramel tans and then into the punchy vivid pinks and deep purples. This is so gorgeous. Some tonals that would go really well with I Heart Beach Glass that I have in stock right now would be Pink Hibiscus. I think that looks really, really pretty together. And I also, and I'll probably just pair it with the same ones that Octopus Tsunami was paired with. So Princess looks really pretty with it. Here's Heliotrope. And I did pull Bright Mint. You can see how those look. Those look awesome together. This would be so pretty as color work. Wouldn't that be a gorgeous color work sweater? Now, another color that I do not have in stock right now, and I wish I did because it would look really good with this, is my color Honeycomb. And I do have very, very few autumnal type colors that I stock in autumn. So I will be putting those in the shop pretty soon. But Honeycomb is very similar to this color. It would look so pretty. And I personally just like Honeycomb paired with neons and brights. I mean, you can see how gorgeous this warm caramel tone is with these brights. So anyway, that's I Heart Beach Glass. I did want to say too, I forgot I grabbed a skein of the teal wing in the Noe Kid Silk Lace, and I love how these two look together. These would be so pretty knit up together, and you'd get the layered effect of the tonal lace weight over the speckled. It would be really, really pretty. The next colorway I am restocking on my Lani Sock base is Coastal Strawberry. Y'all have just loved this and keep buying it up, which is fine by me. So I am putting a few more skeins into the shop this week, and I know I've done this before. I'm just going to show you what it looks like with Princess. Coastal Strawberry is a very warm pink, and so Princess really shows the cool tones in Princess. And I didn't grab Coral Conch, but compared to Coral Conch, this is a lot cooler. You can definitely see that it's pink. I personally love this and Glowworm together. I love these two together. Coastal Strawberry is a beautiful warm tone pink, neon pink, and it also has multicolored speckles, but it has this color of speckle in it. And so these are super pretty together. So if you're interested in seeing more about Coastal Strawberry, I think I've talked about it in my last two shop update previews, so you can check those out. But I will have this gorgeous Coastal Strawberry on my Lani Sock. So that's what I have for single skeins of yarn. I do have 2 speckled fade kits. I can't wait to share with you because they are absolutely gorgeous. The first set I will be stocking in the shop is called Island Capiz. It is a beautiful light to darker fade, but the whole feel of it is just very light and spring and summery and vibrant. And I had some requests to restock Pink Champagne, which is a fade that I did a couple of updates ago. And actually that's what I started dyeing up. I started dyeing Pink Champagne, and it just kind of turned into this. This is what it wanted to become. And so it features some really beautiful soft neon pinks and some warm neon peaches and some pale pastels, but overall there's some bright green pops of speckles, some really beautiful turquoises, and they're all packaged in this super, super pretty way. I just love how this is packaged. So I've dyed up quite a bit of these. Hopefully there will be enough for everyone who wants one, but these are just so fun. This is 300 grams total. It is 6 50-gram skeins. And so for me, 50 grams plus maybe some leftovers for heels and toes, it's plenty to make a pair of socks. And that's just one of these skeins. So that gives you an idea of how much yarn is in here. This is the same weight of speckled fade kit that I knit my giant dotted rays shawl with. And if you follow my podcast, you will have seen I worked on that for a couple of months at least, and it made an absolutely massive shawl. But this is the size of kit that I used for that. They're really great for large shawls. They would be beautiful paired with a couple of skeins, full skeins of yarn for a sweater. You could do stripes, you could do a fade. It'd be gorgeous. So this is Island Capiz. And the other kit I will have in the shop is Summer Melon. I cannot tell you how much I love how this turned out. It is just a gorgeous fade, kind of warm into cool tones, but very, very summery. I love how it turned out, and it just reminded me of melons. That's why I called it Summer Melon. You know, we have some like cantaloupe colors, these kind of like warm orangey yellows. This is a perfect fade if you wanted to break it up and do stripes on something, if you wanted to do a pair of socks with it. Obviously you get many pairs of socks. This, as well as the Island Capiz that I just showed you, this is 300 grams total. So this is the amount of 3 full skeins of yarn, which you could make quite a large project from. I think this would be absolutely beautiful as a sweater. So you could pick up a couple of these to have enough for a sweater. It'd be so beautiful. So this is Summer Melon. And that is what I'll have in the shop this week. Again, my update is Friday, July 31st at 8 p.m. Eastern Time at pineappleyarn.com. But before you go, I wanted to mention, I guess 2 kind of updates on my shop. The first one is that I am continuing to keep the studio very, very clean. So in the beginnings of this year, I started I keep everything clean normally, but just really doing extra cleaning, extra sanitation, extra hand washing. I mean, just common sense things to keep all of my inventory and all of my work areas very tidy and very clean. So just know that I'm continuing to do that. I quite like it, to be honest. I like everything really, really clean. But if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to contact me. I'm happy to answer any questions to put your mind at ease, and just so you know that you're purchasing an item from a clean business, a clean place. Also, I'm the only person who comes in here into the studio. I am a one-woman shop, a one-woman business, and so it's really easy for me to control what goes on in here. So I guess it's lucky for me that I can, but I wanted to let you know. I haven't talked about that for a while, so I just want to give you a heads up on that. And the second thing that I wanted to talk about is that I have removed the vitamin C advent calendar pre-order from my shop. I talked about this on my podcast as well, but because this is all things pineapple yarn, this shop update preview, I do want to touch on it here as well. Hopefully this is just a temporary pull from my shop. To be completely honest, and a long story short, because of all the shutdowns earlier this year, bare yarn, blank yarn that dyers dye with, it has been very, very difficult to source. And there is quite a serious shortage of yarn, and no one wants to hear that, I know, but it is the truth. And I would say a majority of small to medium indie dyers in the US especially have been affected by this. And so that being said, if you have made any pre-orders, I definitely have yarn for you. I've been very prudent in my inventory and stocking yarn for those pre-orders, but just to make sure that I don't oversell, I have removed that listing. I will continue to try and source from different mills, from different sources. So this has been kind of a, silver lining of this is I have turned my focus again on finding a really high quality local yarn source. And I've found a couple here in the US that are really, really beautiful yarns. And one in particular is a small business and a small farm and a small mill. And I would love I still have some testing to do and some dyeing to do just to make sure that it kind of fits in with my aesthetic and my own personal preferences. But yeah, in the next, I would say 4 to 6 weeks, keep an eye out for maybe some tonals on this new yarn. I think it'd be really great to introduce a few made in the USA yarns going into autumn, because I know that we all love knitting an autumn sweater, and it'd be really great to support a local business as well. So yarn shortage, if you see yarn you like, I would purchase it from me or any indie dyer, because I don't really know when the shortage is going to end. Yarn is being milled, but because there is no inventory here in the States, and so the problem is that as soon as it is restocked by my supplier, it's completely sold out again. And so it's a little frustrating, to be honest, but we'll just work our way through it the best we can. Hopefully I'll be able to find some different suppliers just to buffer the inventory, and so I don't run out of yarn. But that is all for this shop update preview. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you loved looking at all the beautiful yarn and all the beautiful fiber and candles. I hope, again, that you will join me this Friday at 8 p.m. at my website, pineappleyarn.com, and I will see you next time. Bye.